Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. As Muslim mothers, we know the importance of the prayer in our lives and the lives of our children. In Islam, praying 5 times a day is a pillar of faith. It's one of the 5 core and principal beliefs of Islam. And it is obligatory for every single Muslim. It's a way for us to connect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, seek guidance, seek forgiveness, find peace and comfort. But as busy moms looking after small children, it might be very challenging for us to find time to pray our 5 daily prayers consistently. In this video, I will share with you some tips that will help you stay consistent and show up for all of your daily prayers on time as a Muslim mom with young children. Without further ado, let's dive right in.
Salam, I'm Veronica Adali. I'm a River to Islam, a founder of a modest activewear brand, a content creator, a wife, and a mom. I share my life and business journey as a Muslim woman living in New Zealand. My mission is simple: help Muslim women to embrace modesty and hijab while following their true passion. I create content to boost self-confidence, mindset, and lift your spirit so you can successfully balance faith, career, and motherhood. Subscribe for inspiration, motivation, and lots of laughter, all from a Muslim woman's perspective.
Tip number 1, make prayer a priority. Let's be honest, we always have time for the things that are truly important to us. But still, one of the biggest challenges that we face as mothers with young children is the ability to find time and space for our 5 daily prayers. But if we consciously prioritize prayer, we can always find some time and space for us to perform it. Which means we have to be very conscious of our day, how we spend it. We need to look at our schedule, and we need to find the pockets of time where we can show up for our daily prayers. What you can do is pull up your schedule. If you're not an organized person, it's time you become one. Pull up your schedule so you know what's happening in your life. And also pull up the prayer times. There are many apps out there that can tell you the prayer times that you can track your prayers with. Pull up that app and look at the times that you need to pray. Then once you have the times in your schedule, you will be able to find the opportunities in your schedule where you can pray your daily prayers. And not even that. Let's kind of flip the perspective a little bit. Look at your schedule. Empty it out. Look at your prayer times. Put the prayer times in, and then organize your life around the prayers and not the other way around. By setting a specific schedule for your prayers, putting them in your calendar, you will make a sincere intention. You will have the intention to show up for your daily prayers. When you are in your calendar, you tend to show up. And if you do it day after day and after day, they will become a consistent part of your daily routine. And if you want to step it up a notch, you can also set the alarms on your phone. And let's be honest, you always have your phone on you. Set the alarms, set the reminders that will help you to stay on top of your prayers. So you have them in your schedule, you have the alarms going off, you have the app notifying you of the prayer, you have another alarm that you set, and you have the intention to show up because you put it in your calendar. You gotta do what you gotta do. You show up, you get it in, and you feel great afterwards. Tip number 2, include your children in your prayers. Encourage your children to join in when you pray and make it a fun and enjoyable experience for them. This will help them develop love for the prayer, and it'll become a natural part of their day as well. You can teach them the very basics of the prayer, and then gradually introduce more verses into the prayer until they pray with you from beginning to end. Both of my children are very interested when I pray. I pray in front of them all the time. I ask them to join in. My youngest one is quite young, but even he knows how to do sujood. And my 3.5-year-old asks me a lot of questions. He's in that why stage. Why is this and why is that? And he sees me putting my prayer gown on and taking out my prayer mat, and he'd be like, why are you doing that? Why do you pray? And then he asks all these questions, and when he asks those questions, it's a perfect opportunity for me to explain to him. It's a beautiful teaching moment, and I just live for those moments. So we have to remember that our children are watching, and if we want them to be consistent with their prayers when they grow up, we have to do that ourselves. So there is that added layer of responsibility on us as Muslim mothers. We have to be good role models. Our kids learn from us. They're always watching and they're absorbing everything that like little sponges. So we all have to step it up and show up so that our kids learn from us. You can include them in every single step of your prayer ritual, taking wudu, praying, making dua, setting up the prayer space, putting the prayer mat down. They can be a part of that. You can also encourage them to set up the prayer space on their own. If they do it with you often enough, they know exactly how to do it. And it's a beautiful bonding moment that you can have with your children at least a few times a day. So when you perform your prayer with your children, you are automatically creating such a fun and interactive experience that will help your children develop a sense of ownership when it comes to their prayers, and they will start feeling the responsibility that they need to pray as well. And of course, that will help them develop their own prayer practice in the future. And tip number 3, seek support from others. When you seek support from others, it will help you to find accountability and encouragement to show up for your daily prayers and smash your daily prayer goals. You can connect with other Muslim mothers that might be a friend of yours. You can actually create a little WhatsApp group so you guys can hold each other accountable. You can do the same on any other social media platforms. You can do it with the Muslim sisters that you've connected with on Instagram or TikTok or any other social media platform, who you talk to, who you became friends with. You might be living in different countries, but you can still hold each other accountable. Of course, it's easier if you are in the same time zone, so that you can just encourage each other and support each other and give each other an occasional kick in the pants to help you get your prayers in on time. You can also do it with your family members. You can do it with your husband, for example. You can ask him to check on you to see if you got the prayer in, and you can offer the same service in return. You can just give each other a little push so you can make sure that you get your prayers in. And of course, if you surround yourself with like-minded Muslim mothers who just understand the responsibilities that mothers have and how their days usually go with their children, it's just having that extra support from women who just get it and understand it will help you so much. So don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I'm struggling. I don't know how to get my Isha prayer in, for example. Let's say it's very hard for you to get your night prayer in because your kids go to bed early, and your kids, for example, your kid is teething and they wake up every hour and you're so sleep deprived, and whenever they go to bed you just fall asleep before getting your Isha prayer in. What can you do? Is there something that you could do? Ask for advice, ask for guidance, how you can get it in. And it's also like being very open with your partner. For example, if you do have a teething baby who wakes up all the time, maybe you can ask your partner to help you at midnight, for example, and can help you calm the baby so you can get your night prayer in. It's all about being creative and just being very proactive in solving that problem rather than just letting it slide just because of the season of life you're in. It's tough, especially sleep deprivation. I haven't slept throughout the night in like years at this point, so I absolutely get it, and it's hard. But we just have to remember that prayer is an important obligation that is required out of every single Muslim, and we just have to come up with creative solutions of how we can get it in, because when we do get it in, we feel so much better. We show up, we practice our faith, we get a peace of mind, and asking for support so you can get there from people in your life, people around you, whether it be other mothers, grandparents, your spouse. Just ask for help when you need it, and inshallah it'll become easier for you. Tip number 4, be patient and persistent. Praying consistently is a process, and it needs to become a habit, and it might take you some time to develop that habit, and of course that will require some discipline and some determination. So please, please, please don't feel completely gutted or discouraged when you miss a prayer because of your responsibilities or little distractions that happen in your life because you are a mother of young children. Instead, be patient and persistent and work to figure out a routine that works for you and your family in the season of life you're in. Staying consistent with your daily prayers as a mother of young children can be very challenging, but it also is very rewarding, and that's what we need to focus on. Making a prayer priority, including your children in your prayer, finding support from people in your life, for example, other mothers or your spouse or other family members, will help you stay consistent and will help you make prayer a core part of your life and a core part of your daily routine. Remember that our 5 daily prayers are a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it is a beautiful way for us to connect with Him, to seek guidance, to seek forgiveness, to ground ourselves, and to be mindful. So treat it as a gift that it is. Trust me, when we stick to our prayers and we take that time for ourselves to pray and to seek connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everything becomes so much more manageable and we feel a lot less stressed out as busy and tired mothers. So please don't give up your prayers, even if you feel exhausted, stressed out, discouraged. Just keep pushing through. Keep striving, knowing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with you every step of the way. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and your family on the journey towards a consistent prayer. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you and your children the guidance, the support, and the blessings so that you can lead a very fulfilling and prosperous life. Amen. If you found value in this video, make sure you leave me a thumbs up, comment below, let me know if you want me to create content around specific topics. Make sure you leave me in the comments below as well. If you know someone who is struggling with their prayer and as someone who happens to be a mom, make sure you send this video her way. And I really appreciate you taking your time out of your day to come hang out with me. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you do so right now. And that's it from me. Assalamu alaikum, and I'll catch you later.